Okay, so we are going to take a 250cc motorcycle on about an hour-long trip there and back down a highway and see how it does. So, let me see. It's kind of going to be hot, so I'm going to open these on your jacket so that you get some air vents. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So, go ahead. Yep, 1 foot there. You can grab onto me if you want. Did you find your other foot peg? Okay. Very good. Okay. You ready? Alright. This is for science to test and see. Can you take a 250cc motorcycle on American highways for a longish drive? We're gonna need to get gas, so we'll stop halfway through and assess. We'll go through this little part of town and then out to the highway. How are you doing back there? Pretty good, nice. nice. Is it cold? Alright, good. Are you comfortable enough to want to do this for an hour? Yeah? Okay. Oh, you're okay. Don't worry about me. Once we get on the highway, it'll be nice because you can just, like, you know, get comfortable. Alright, good. Good. Ready to make a turn. Alright, so lots of people would say that, you know, 250cc bikes, these low cc bikes, are no good at all for American roadways, and especially not good for highways, and definitely not good for riding two up on the highway. So I think that that's probably a little bit wrong. I was watching this video on YouTube the other day, and it was these two people riding two up on what must have been like a 250cc dual sport like this, and they had a washing machine strapped to the back of the bike, and they were going up like these intense, like, muddy trails, and I was just like, well, if they can do it, then we could definitely go down a well-paved, nice highway, right? If I can find that video again, I'll put it in here, but I'll show it to you. But it was crazy. It was like they're going up this crazy steep incline with mud and a washing machine on the back of the bike. Can you imagine having a washing machine on the back of this bike? Like, you'd have no room. Yeah, do you already have, like, no room pretty much? How are you doing with room back there? Would you like a washing machine on the back also? No? I can only imagine a washing machine and a second person on this bike, though. I would all of a sudden no longer be a good rider at all. I'd be like, and then put me on like a muddy, like, hill. The people in, like, you know, places where cars aren't the most common mode of transportation, like most of the rest of the world, tend to be crazy good riders. It's pretty amazing. Yeah. Yeah. I will say like, this bike never had tons of really good acceleration. It always felt kind of sluggish on acceleration, but it always felt like the brakes were very adequate for it. And with a second person on, I would say, like, the brakes feel like you definitely have to pull them more, you know. but there's still plenty adequate of brakes. What do you think our top speed will be that we can achieve on this bike? Yeah, what's the fastest you think we'll be able to go? You think we won't be able to go more than 60 miles per hour? Oh. Well, we will do a top speed run to see how fast we can go. If this bike normally can only do like 80-ish or maybe like low 80s, and like into a strong enough headwind, it's not going to do really much more than like high 70s maybe, or 80 or something. It's not very fast of a bike, but yeah, the M5 you're talking about, the BMW. Yeah, he's fast. He would smoke us. But yeah, we'll see. We will. On the way over here, I was comfortably cruising at like 70-ish, and I was trying to feel it out and be like, I wonder how fast I could actually go with you on the back, if it really would decrease the speed at all. I was like, I'm honestly not sure. Honestly not sure that it would. That's what I thought. I was like, honestly, I was thinking like, oh, I wonder. But then I was like, you know what? I really don't think it's going to be that big of a decrease. Or one at all, maybe. We'll see. The mighty Honda will show us. We got to get over a lane. Do you think the Matrix will let us in? Whoa. That M5 is burning some oil. Holy cow. Can I get over, please? Yeah, so you've ridden on this bike before, and you've ridden on the FZ07 before, but we have not ridden this bike together on a long trip. We've just like kind of putts down the road and stuff. We haven't really had to go anywhere far. But we're going to test it today. Oh, it's a sport bike, bro. What up, Brad? He's on a Ninja 300. He's looking at us like, oh, he's got the girl. He's got the girl on a 250. What up? It's 250, brah. How you like the corner? Merge! Come on, Honda! There we go. That's 60 miles an hour. We're doing the speed limit. Well, yeah. It's doing great. The mighty Honda. I just keep thinking of that song, Downtown. He's like, I got your girl on the back going tandem. How's it feel with the wind? M? Nice. Oh, okay. Look at all the motorcycles. Everybody's out. Can you see over my shoulder or anything? Can you like see straight ahead? Oh, M. Are you having fun? Are you scared at all? How does like the acceleration and stuff feel? Does it feel like we're super slow, like we're dangerous? Feels easy. Okay, so it doesn't feel like we're a danger in traffic or something. That's good. Hold up. We're just gonna stop at this gas station. dokie. Whoa, look at all these bees right here. Alright, hold on 1 second. I'll get you off. Alright. Go ahead, dismount from this side. So, it'll stop itself or I stop it. Like, this tank has those bars in it, so I kind of just tend to stop it myself. But this tank is like a thimble. It holds almost no gas. So it took 1.05 gallons, but since we're going almost 100 miles, we have to fill up at some point, so I figured might as well fill up when it pass a gas station right off our path, you know. So yeah. So thoughts on the first little bit? Good? Do you need anything resituated? No?
I just can't really hear you on the highway. Or like, but I can hear you way up.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? And testing. Okie doke. Alright, well, yeah, just dial that thing to change it. Alright, you ready to get back on? Okie doke. Do you need anything else adjusted, though, or anything like that?
No, I just don't know. I feel like I keep taking you.
Oh, okay. I'm not bothered by it. I'm trying to stay like a little bit forward on the foot pegs to help you out with that. So trying to make sure you have enough room. Alright, ready? Top speed run. We gotta outrun the traffic. Ah, that was 60. There we go. That only took, I don't even know how long that took. That took a pretty decent long time. Yeah, she's by no means quick, but that's okay. That's okay. I think that this is probably the most like comfortable bike I had for you to ride on the back of, like, because the FZ you've ridden on the back of, but I feel like you're like where you sit is like the very end of the bike on that one, and this one has like the little tail and like the little like the black like whole like thing where you can strap stuff down to. And I was like, I think this would probably be better for a longer trip, because it's like we're not going, if we were going like 70 plus miles an hour the whole time, then I would want more power. But since we're only going like on 60-ish mile per hour highways, like I figured this was good enough. The whole reason why I rode today, just so you know, was because I just wanted you to have to hug me for 2 hours.
Alright, so in classic GoPro style, the GoPro decided that it didn't want to record audio anymore, and so all I have is the video for the rest of this video. So this is the section where I did a top speed run. So the first part, this is a very long uphill section, where we then crest the uphill and come down. So we're going up the hill right now. We're at wide open throttle. We started around 63 miles an hour. Right now we're going about 69 miles an hour. And we just kind of were able to hover between 68 and 69 miles per hour going up that hill. And that's all she had as far as maxing out. And she wasn't hitting the rev limiter, obviously, because the bike should be able to do more like 80 or low 80s. So not an amazing machine for if you're doing 70 mile per hour highways, things like that, longer trips. Obviously the gas tank is super small and you'll be stopping for gas all the time. Normally I get 75 mpg or so. On this trip it was a little bit less than that. And that's probably just because the bike's not aerodynamic. Having people sit upright isn't aerodynamic. And then you're just really like 75% throttle, just cruising or so to make this thing move at the speed we need to go down the highway. So all that said, not an amazing machine. Here we're in the downhill section now. You see we've crested the hill a second ago, and we were able to get it up to about 66, 77. I don't know that we ever saw 78. And that was pretty maxed out, and then we're getting off the throttle there. So the final thoughts of this trip were really that I decided to take this bike because we were going about 50 minutes in one direction and then maybe about an hour in the opposite direction. And we were going to an apple orchard, and so it was a gravel road we had to go down. We had to park in the grass, park on like a slope. So I thought, well, dual sport might be, a better test rather than a street bike on those gravel roads. Might be a little more confidence inspiring having two up. And I also just wanted to check the capability of this bike and see, is it actually something I can keep for a longer time, where we could actually use this bike to go on dates together and longer trips. And the answer is absolutely yes. The one takeaway I had from my passenger was that it is not very comfortable. So in the back of this seat, the seat sort of tapers down and the foam gets thinner towards the back. And then there are also straps on the back. So her back hurt after the first hour on this bike. And part of that might have been her positioning. So we tried to reposition for the next hour, move her from being kind of leaned forward a little bit towards me to being maybe a little more straight up. And so I think that helped a little bit on the second. But definitely passenger notes were that the passenger foot pegs are really close and her feet were constantly in the back of my ankles, and then her back did hurt. So investing in a better seat for your passenger is definitely going to be worth it. But thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of it, and we definitely proved that you can do American back highways, probably not interstates, but definitely back highways on a 250cc. Thanks so much. I'll catch you all in the next video.